The final notes fade. Applause thunders through the grand opera house, a wave of appreciation washing over the stage. But for the composer, Giacomo Puccini, the true measure of his success lay not in fleeting applause, but in the enduring power of his music. Puccini, a name synonymous with operatic brilliance, crafted stories of love, loss, and longing that continue to resonate with audiences over a century later. His melodies, imbued with raw emotion and heart-wrenching beauty, transcend cultural and linguistic barriers, touching the very soul of human experience. Born in the small Italian town of Lucca in 1858, Puccini rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most celebrated composers in history. His path to greatness, however, was not paved with ease. It was marked by relentless dedication, an unwavering passion for his craft, and a profound understanding of the human condition. Puccini's operas, often set against backdrops of poverty, passion, and societal constraints, expose the raw vulnerability of the human heart, captivating audiences with their tragic beauty and emotional depth. From the bustling streets of Paris to the serene landscapes of Japan, Puccini's operas transported audiences to worlds both familiar and exotic. His characters, flawed yet deeply human, grappled with love, betrayal, sacrifice, and the complexities of life itself. Through his music, Puccini gave voice to the voiceless, elevating the everyday struggles of ordinary people to the realm of high art. He understood the power of music to transcend language, to communicate emotions in a way words never could. Puccini's legacy extends far beyond the gilded balconies and velvet seats of opera houses. His music has permeated popular culture, its melodies woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness. From iconic film scores to contemporary interpretations, his work continues to inspire and influence artists across generations and genres. The enduring popularity of Puccini's operas is a testament to the timeless nature of his themes. Love, in all its messy and complicated glory, forms the cornerstone of many Puccini operas. Whether it's the passionate, all-consuming love of Mimi and Rodolfo in La Bohème, the tragic devotion of Ciocio-san in Madama Butterfly, or the possessive, jealous love of Scarpia in Tosca, Puccini explored the multifaceted nature of this universal emotion with unparalleled sensitivity and insight. His music, soaring and tender, heart-wrenching and triumphant, captures the exhilarating highs and devastating lows of love's unpredictable journey. Beyond romantic love, Puccini's operas delve into the depths of familial love, the bonds of friendship, and the sacrifices we make for those we hold dear. In La Bohème, the camaraderie of the impoverished artists, their shared dreams and struggles, reminds us of the importance of human connection in the face of adversity. Madama Butterfly explores the heartbreaking consequences of cultural misunderstandings and the enduring strength of a mother's love. And in Tosca, Puccini masterfully blends political intrigue with a tale of unwavering loyalty and sacrifice. Puccini's impact on opera transcended the purely musical realm. He revolutionized the genre by blurring the lines between traditional opera and verismo, a style of opera that sought to portray realistic characters and situations. His librettos, often based on contemporary plays and novels, tackled social issues and explored the complexities of human relationships with a rawness and emotional honesty that resonated deeply with audiences. Puccini's genius lay in his ability to translate these everyday dramas into compelling musical narratives. He understood the power of music to heighten emotions, to draw audiences into the hearts and minds of his characters. His scores, a perfect marriage of melody and drama, seamlessly blend soaring arias with intimate duets, sweeping orchestral passages with moments of hushed intimacy. Unlike some of his predecessors who favored grand historical narratives and mythological themes, Puccini focused on the lives of ordinary people, their hopes, dreams, and struggles. He gave voice to the marginalized and the forgotten, elevating their stories to the operatic stage. His characters, flawed and complex, defied easy categorization. They were not simply heroes and villains, but real people grappling with impossible choices and the weight of their own desires. To understand the power of Puccini's music, one must delve into the life of the man who created it. Giacomo Puccini, born into a long line of musicians in Lucca, Italy, displayed an early aptitude for music. His musical lineage, deeply rooted in the church, provided a solid foundation for his future endeavors. From a young age, he immersed himself in the world of opera, attending performances and studying the works of the great masters. His family, recognizing his talent, made sacrifices to nurture his musical aspirations. They sent him to study at the Milan Conservatory, where he honed his skills under the guidance of renowned teachers. It was during his time in Milan that Puccini fully embraced his passion for opera, immersing himself in the vibrant cultural scene of the city. He frequented the opera house, soaking up the works of Verdi, Wagner, and other luminaries of the genre. These early influences would later shape his own unique compositional style. The seeds of greatness were sown, waiting for the right time to blossom. Lucca, a picturesque city in Tuscany, cradled the early years of Giacomo Puccini. Born in 1858, he was the sixth of 9 children in a musically rich family. Generations of Puccinis served as organists and composers for the local church. Giacomo seemed destined to follow in their footsteps. Music filled his earliest years. The melodies of church hymns and organ fugues nurtured his soul. His father, Michel, recognized his talent and instilled a deep love for music. Giacomo spent hours in the church, mesmerized by his father's playing. Despite financial struggles, his mother, Albina, nurtured his musical gift. She secured a scholarship for him at the Istituto Musicale Puccini. There, his talent blossomed under local musicians' tutelage. Lucca, though small, boasted a vibrant musical scene. The Teatro del Giglio hosted operas by Verdi and Donizetti, exposing young Giacomo to opera's dramatic power. These experiences ignited his desire to create emotionally powerful music. Lucca's streets pulsed with a rich musical tapestry. Folk songs filled the air with infectious rhythms and poignant lyrics. Puccini absorbed these melodies, shaping his musical language. He recognized music's power to connect people deeply. The church remained his primary musical sanctuary. He studied Renaissance composers, their polyphony and spirituality echoing in his operas. The church shaped his understanding of harmony and counterpoint. Amidst this, a new sound captivated him. In 1876, he attended Verdi's Aida in Pisa. The experience was a revelation. Verdi's music ignited Puccini's passion for opera, shaping his life's course. His operatic ambitions were nurtured by Lucca's legacy and Verdi's masterpiece. The year 1880 marked a turning point in Puccini's life. Fueled by his passion for opera, he set his sights on Milan. Milan, a hub of artistic life, promised opportunity and study with the finest musicians. He enrolled at the prestigious Milan Conservatory. Antonio Bazzini guided his development in composition. Amilcare Ponchielli became a mentor and friend. Puccini immersed himself in musical theory and practice. He frequented La Scala, soaking up the grandeur and emotional power of opera. Early compositions and setbacks. Puccini honed his skills at the conservatory, yearning to test his talent on the operatic stage. He began composing early works, collaborating with fellow students. In 1884, he entered a one-act opera competition sponsored by Sonzogno. His entry, Le Villi, showcased his melodic gifts. However, it failed to win the competition. The setback did not extinguish his ambition. He continued to revise Le Villi. Giulio Ricordi agreed to publish Le Villi. The opera premiered in Milan in 1884 to a warm reception. Finding his voice, the turning point. The relative failure of Edgar proved to be a pivotal moment in Puccini's career. Rather than succumbing to self-doubt, he used the experience as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. He recognized the need to find his own unique voice, to move beyond imitation and forge a path that reflected his own artistic sensibilities. He immersed himself in the works of contemporary composers, exploring new musical trends and experimenting with different approaches to harmony, orchestration, and dramatic structure. He also delved into literature, seeking inspiration from plays and novels that explored the complexities of human relationships and the depths of human emotion. During this period of artistic exploration, Puccini's personal life also underwent significant changes. He began a relationship with Elvira Gemignani, a married woman who would become his lifelong companion and muse. Their relationship, though unconventional and often tumultuous, provided Puccini with a deep well of emotional experience that would profoundly influence his music. As he grappled with the challenges of his personal and professional life, Puccini began to formulate a new operatic approach. He sought to create works that were both dramatically compelling and musically innovative. Operas that combined realistic characters and situations with moments of soaring lyricism and heart-wrenching emotional intensity. This new direction, a fusion of Verismo's gritty realism with the melodic richness of the Italian operatic tradition, would ultimately lead him to achieve his greatest triumphs. The stage was set for the creation of the masterpieces that would cement his legacy as one of the greatest opera composers of all time. Love and Loss in Paris. The year is 1896. Paris, a city pulsating with artistic energy. Giacomo Puccini sets his beloved opera, La Bohème, inspired by Henri Mouroget's novel Sins de la Vie de Bohème, the love story of Rodolfo and Mimi, their chance encounter on a cold Christmas Eve, a love born amidst poverty and hardship. Puccini captures the rush of first love, Rodolfo's aria Che gelida manina, but their happiness is short-lived. Mimi's health deteriorates. Their duet, O Soave Fanciulla, Puccini's music captures the emotional roller coaster. La Bohème is a timeless story of love and loss. The creation of La Bohème was not without its challenges. Puccini labored over the score for 4 years, constantly revising his work. He collaborated closely with librettists Luigi Elisa and Giuseppe Giacosa. One of the keys to the opera's enduring appeal lies in its realism. Puccini infused the work with authenticity, drawing from his own experiences. The Bohemian characters felt real, their struggles relatable. Puccini's music captured the spirit of the Bohemian lifestyle. From the romantic streets of Paris, Puccini transports us to Rome with Tosca. Based on Sardou's play, it's a tale of love, jealousy, and tragedy. Puccini blends political intrigue with a searing love triangle. Floria Tosca, a celebrated singer, is caught in deceit. Her lover, Cavaradossi, helps an escaped prisoner. Scarpia, the ruthless police chief, lusts after Tosca. He manipulates her jealousy and offers a horrific bargain. Tosca must choose between love and survival. Puccini's music is as dramatic as the story. He creates moments of passion, suspense, and grief. Tosca's aria, Vici d'Arte, is a cry for justice. Tosca premiered in Rome in 1900. Despite controversy, it became one of Puccini's most popular operas. In Tosca, Puccini demonstrates his mastery of orchestration, using the orchestra not merely as accompaniment, but as an integral storyteller. He paints vivid musical pictures evoking the grandeur of Rome, the stifling atmosphere of Scarpia's chambers, and the emotional turmoil of the characters. The opening chords of the opera, a series of dissonant blasts, immediately establish a sense of unease and foreshadow the drama to come. Puccini uses brass fanfares and snare drum rolls to depict the pomp and circumstance of the church scene, while the strings swell with romantic yearning during Tosca and Cavaradossi's love duet. One of the most striking examples of Puccini's orchestral mastery occurs in Act 3 during Cavaradossi's aria Elucevant le stelle and the stars were shining. As Cavaradossi reflects on his love for Tosca and the futility of his situation, the orchestra shimmers with a poignant beauty, the clarinet solo echoing his heartache. Puccini also uses the orchestra to create a sense of psychological realism. Scarpia's leitmotif, a slithering chromatic theme often played by the cellos and basses, perfectly captures his menacing nature. The tension builds throughout the opera as Scarpia's theme intertwines with the other musical ideas, reflecting his growing control over the lover's fate. The orchestral interlude that follows Tosca's murder of Scarpia is a masterpiece of musical suspense. The music pulsates with a nervous energy, reflecting Tosca's state of mind as she flees the scene of the crime. The use of silence, a powerful tool in Puccini's arsenal, heightens the drama, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats. With Madama Butterfly, Puccini transports his audience to early 20th century Japan, a land of cherry blossoms and ancient traditions. Inspired by John Luther Long's Madame Butterfly and Pierre Loti's Madame Chrysantheme Chio-Chio-san, a young geisha falls in love with Pinkerton, an American naval officer. Blinded by love, Butterfly renounces her family to marry him. However, Pinkerton views their marriage as a temporary arrangement. Puccini captures Butterfly's innocence and naivete, her voice soaring with hope. Years pass, and Butterfly, abandoned by Pinkerton, clings to hope. When Pinkerton returns with his American wife, Butterfly's dreams are shattered. Madama Butterfly explores cultural misunderstandings and the clash between East and West. Puccini's music beautifully captures the beauty and tragedy of Butterfly's story. Madama Butterfly, since its premiere at La Scala in 1904, has been both praised for its emotional power and criticized for its portrayal of Japanese culture. Some critics argue that the opera perpetuates stereotypes about Asian women as submissive and exotic, while others see it as a critique of Western imperialism and the exploitation of other cultures. Despite the controversy, Madama Butterfly remains one of Puccini's most popular and frequently performed operas. Its enduring appeal lies in its universal themes of love, betrayal, and the human cost of cultural misunderstandings. Butterfly's story, though set in a specific time and place, transcends cultural boundaries, resonating with audiences who have experienced the pain of unrequited love, the sting of betrayal, or the challenges of navigating cultural differences. Puccini's music, with its blend of Western and Eastern influences, contributes to the opera's enduring relevance. He incorporates elements of traditional Japanese music such as pentatonic scales and the use of percussion instruments like gongs and woodblocks to create a sonic landscape that evokes the beauty and exoticism of Japan. However, he never loses sight of the opera's Western roots, grounding the music in the Italian operatic tradition. Madama Butterfly continues to spark debate and ignite passions. New productions often grapple with the opera's complex legacy, exploring different interpretations of the characters and the themes. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale about cultural insensitivity or a timeless tragedy about the enduring power of love, Madama Butterfly remains a powerful and thought-provoking work of art. While La Bohème, Tosca, and Madama Butterfly are well known, Puccini's lesser-known works offer rich musical and dramatic treasures. These operas showcase Puccini's musical range and ability to create compelling dramas. Manon Lescaut tells the story of a young woman torn between love and luxury. Puccini's music captures the opera's atmosphere of doomed romance. La Fanciulla del West, set in the American Wild West, is a departure for Puccini. The opera tells the story of Minnie, a strong-willed saloon owner, and her love for Dick Johnson. Puccini's score incorporates American folk music and Native American melodies. Turandot, Puccini's final opera, is a grand spectacle set in ancient China. The opera tells the story of Princess Turandot and her suitor, Calaf. Puccini's music for Turandot is grand and exotic. These operas offer a glimpse into Puccini's full artistic vision. Giacomo Puccini, rooted in Italian operatic tradition, infused his works with raw emotional honesty. He embraced verismo, portraying the realities of everyday life and the struggles of the lower classes. Puccini focused on ordinary people, their loves, losses, and harsh realities. He depicted poverty, illness, and social injustice, resonating deeply with audiences. Puccini balanced realism with moments of soaring lyricism and emotional intensity. Even amidst hardship, love, hope, and beauty flourished. His ability to blend the real and the romantic became a hallmark of his style. Puccini possessed an innate understanding of the human voice and its power to convey emotions. His vocal writing allowed singers to embody their characters fully. His arias soared with passionate intensity, sending chills down listeners' spines. Mimi's delicate lines in La Bohème capture her frailty and vulnerability. Tosca's fiery pronouncements reflect her strength and determination. Puccini matched the right singer to the right role, ensuring emotional authenticity. Puccini's orchestral writing transcended mere accompaniment, becoming an integral part of the dramatic fabric of his operas. He possessed a masterful command of orchestration, using the orchestra to create moods, paint scenery, and heighten the emotional impact of the drama unfolding on stage. His scores were a rich tapestry of colors and textures, each instrument playing a vital role in creating the sonic world of the opera. He employed lush string passages to evoke romantic yearning, while brass fanfares and percussion announced moments of grandeur or impending doom. Woodwind solos, often imbued with a haunting beauty, added a layer of emotional depth and introspection. Puccini's use of leitmotifs, recurring musical themes associated with specific characters, emotions, or objects, added another layer of sophistication to his orchestral writing. These leitmotifs, woven throughout the score, served as musical signposts, guiding the listener through the emotional landscape of the opera and subtly reinforcing the dramatic themes. In Madama Butterfly, for example, Puccini incorporates elements of traditional Japanese music into the score, using pentatonic scales, gongs, and woodblocks to create a sonic world that reflects the opera's exotic setting. These Eastern influences, however, never overshadow the work's Western operatic core, instead blending seamlessly with Puccini's signature melodic style. Whether depicting the bustling streets of Paris, the grandeur of Rome, or the serene beauty of Japan, Puccini used the orchestra to transport his audiences to another time and place. His music became a character unto itself, its ebbs and flows mirroring the emotional currents of the drama and leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of listeners. Beyond the notes. Puccini's influence on musical storytelling. Puccini's influence on opera extended far beyond his own compositions. He helped to redefine the art form, pushing the boundaries of what opera could be and paving the way for future generations of composers to explore new modes of musical storytelling. His embrace of verismo, his willingness to tackle contemporary themes and portray the lives of ordinary people, injected a new sense of realism and emotional immediacy into opera. No longer confined to the realm of myth and legend, opera in Puccini's hands became a powerful tool for exploring the complexities of the human experience. His masterful use of the orchestra, his ability to create moods, paint scenery, and heighten the emotional impact of the drama, raised the bar for operatic composition. He demonstrated that the orchestra could be more than just accompaniment. It could be a storyteller in its own right, capable of conveying a vast range of emotions and enhancing the dramatic power of the work. Puccini's influence can be seen in the works of countless composers who followed in his footsteps. From Richard Strauss to Leonard Bernstein, composers across genres and continents drew inspiration from his dramatic flair, his melodic gifts, and his ability to connect with audiences on a deeply emotional level. His operas continue to be performed on stages around the world, their enduring popularity a testament to the timeless power of his music and his enduring legacy as a master storyteller. Shaping the future of opera. Giacomo Puccini's legacy is etched in music history, synonymous with operatic brilliance. His work captivates audiences, bridging tradition and innovation. Puccini's operas reflect the human condition, exploring love, loss, and life. His melodies linger, a testament to his genius and emotional power. Puccini's life was often overshadowed by controversy and tragedy. In 1909, Elvira, his companion, accused their maid, Doria, of an affair. The scandal led to Doria's tragic suicide. This dark chapter cast a shadow over Puccini's reputation. Love and Loss, the tragedy of Doria Manfredi. Doria Manfredi's tragic death cast a long shadow over Puccini's life, a stark reminder of the destructive power of unfounded accusations and the fragility of human life. The young maid, who had entered the composer's household seeking a better life, became collateral damage in the tumultuous relationship between Puccini and Elvira. Letters discovered after Doria's death, believed to have been written by the young woman, revealed her despair and desperation in the face of Elvira's relentless accusations. She proclaimed her innocence, pleading for understanding and compassion, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. Elvira, consumed by jealousy and convinced of her husband's infidelity, refused to believe Doria's denials. The tragedy shook Puccini to his core, forcing him to confront the consequences of his own actions and the often destructive nature of his relationship with Elvira. He was plagued by guilt, knowing that his fame and wealth had offered little protection to the vulnerable young woman caught in the crossfire of his personal life. The scandal also had legal ramifications for the composer. Elvira, in her grief and rage, accused Doria's family of slander, claiming they had fabricated the accusations of an affair to extort money from the wealthy composer. The ensuing trial, a media sensation, further tarnished Puccini's reputation and added to his emotional turmoil. Although Puccini was eventually cleared of any wrongdoing in court, the emotional toll of the scandal lingered. The tragedy of Doria Manfredi served as a stark reminder of the human cost of unchecked jealousy and the importance of compassion in a world often driven by rumor and suspicion. Artistic tensions navigating the world of opera. Puccini faced numerous challenges within the cutthroat world of opera. Known for his meticulous approach, he clashed with librettists and conductors. Puccini demanded librettos that met his exacting standards. His most fruitful partnership was with Luigi Elisa and Giuseppe Giacosa. Even this collaboration had its share of disagreements. Puccini's relationship with his publisher, Casa Ricordi, was complex. He felt pressure to deliver commercial successes. Despite tensions, Puccini's commitment to excellence resulted in operas that captivate audiences today. The weight of expectations, pressure, and the creative process. As Puccini's fame grew, so did the weight of expectations. Hailed as Verdi's successor, Puccini faced immense pressure to deliver masterpieces. Critics and audiences eagerly dissected each new opera. The pressure to succeed weighed heavily on him. He was acutely aware of his legacy. "I'm condemned to do nothing but opera," he once wrote. "I'm a slave to the public, a prisoner of my own success." This pressure fueled his creativity. Puccini thrived under pressure, his best work emerging from intense focus. He spent hours at his piano searching for the perfect melody. However, the pressure also took its toll. Puccini was known for his slow, creative process and constant revisions. He was his own harshest critic, always striving for perfection. Despite the challenges, Puccini never lost sight of his artistic vision. He remained committed to creating operas that were both dramatically compelling and musically innovative. He understood that true art required sacrifice and dedication. Puccini's unwavering spirit. Giacomo Puccini's life was a testament to the triumph of the human spirit. He faced each setback with resilience and determination. The scandal surrounding Doria Manfredi's death did not break him. He channeled his grief into his work, creating operas that explored human passion, loss, and redemption. Puccini's unwavering spirit is his greatest legacy. He reminds us that the human spirit can find solace and triumph through art. The final curtain falls. The orchestra, still buzzing with the emotional residue of Puccini's score, slowly packs away their instruments. The audience, some wiping away tears, others caught in silent reflection, files out of the opera house and back into the night. But the music lingers. It follows them home, weaving its way into their dreams. Its melodies a haunting reminder of the beauty and heartbreak they've just witnessed. This is the power of Giacomo Puccini's music. Its ability to transcend the confines of the stage, to burrow into the soul and leave an indelible mark on the heart. His operas, imbued with a raw, visceral energy, continue to resonate with audiences over a century after their creation. Their themes of love, loss, and the search for connection as relevant today as they were in Puccini's time. He understood the human condition, the fragility of happiness, the enduring power of hope, and the often cruel hand of fate. He translated these universal truths into music of breathtaking beauty and heart-wrenching pathos, his melodies soaring with a passionate intensity that could melt even the most cynical heart. His characters, flawed yet deeply human, became archetypes: the struggling artist, the tragic heroine, the ruthless villain. We see ourselves in their struggles, their triumphs, and their failures. We recognize our own capacity for love, for jealousy, for sacrifice, for both great acts of kindness and devastating betrayals. Puccini's legacy extends far beyond the gilded balconies and velvet seats of the opera house. His music has seeped into the fabric of our collective consciousness, its melodies repurposed, reimagined, and reinterpreted in countless ways. From Hollywood film scores to Broadway musicals, from television commercials to elevator music, Puccini's themes continue to resonate, their emotional power undiminished by time or context. His influence on subsequent generations of composers is undeniable. Leonard Bernstein, the American composer and conductor, once said, "Puccini was a master of the theater of the heart. He knew how to wring every last drop of emotion from a scene, how to make us feel every note in our bones." His operas continue to be performed on stages around the world, from grand opera houses to intimate theaters, a testament to their enduring appeal and their ability to transcend cultural and linguistic barriers. Each generation discovers anew the power of Puccini's music, its ability to transport us to another time and place, to make us laugh, to make us cry, and to remind us of the shared humanity that binds us all. But Puccini's legacy is more than just a collection of beloved operas. It is a testament to the enduring power of art to connect us, to challenge us, and to remind us of the beauty and fragility of the human experience. Step outside the hallowed halls of the opera house, and you'll find Puccini's melodies echoing in the most unexpected places. His music, once considered the exclusive domain of the cultural elite, has permeated popular culture, its themes of love, loss, and longing finding new life in films, television shows, and even commercials. The haunting strains of O mio babbino caro from Gianni Schicchi have been featured in countless films, from the romantic comedy A Room with a View to the Quentin Tarantino classic Inglourious Basterds. The aria's emotional power, its ability to convey both longing and defiance, transcends language, adding a layer of depth and complexity to any scene. The soaring melodies of Nessun Dorma from Turandot have become synonymous with passion and triumph, thanks in part to its association with the 1990 FIFA World Cup. The aria's message of hope and perseverance continues to resonate with athletes and audiences alike, a testament to the enduring power of music to inspire and uplift. Even Puccini's lesser-known works have found their way into the mainstream. The delicate, bittersweet melody of Musetta's Waltz from La Bohème has been featured in everything from perfume commercials to animated films, its charm undiminished by its ubiquity. This cross-pollination between high art and popular culture is a testament to the universality of Puccini's music, its ability to transcend its original context and speak to audiences across generations and cultures. Giacomo Puccini may have taken his final bow over a century ago, but his music continues to live and breathe on stages around the world. A new generation of opera singers, conductors, and directors are discovering the power of his music, infusing his works with fresh interpretations and ensuring that his legacy continues to thrive. Opera companies are experimenting with new ways to make Puccini's works accessible to a wider audience, from innovative staging and modern costume design to subtitles in multiple languages and even outdoor performances. The world of opera is evolving to ensure that Puccini's music continues to reach new ears and touch new hearts. Universities and conservatories are filled with aspiring musicians eager to study his scores, to dissect his orchestration, and to unlock the secrets of his melodic genius. They are the inheritors of a rich musical legacy, tasked with carrying the torch of Puccini's artistry into the future. The maestro's baton may have passed, but his music continues to conduct a symphony of emotions in the hearts of listeners around the world. As long as there are voices to sing his arias, orchestras to play his scores, and audiences willing to be swept away by the power of his music, Giacomo Puccini's legacy will endure. For his was a gift not just to the world of opera, but to the very soul of humanity. His music reminds us that even in the face of life's inevitable sorrows, beauty and hope can prevail, and that the power of art to connect us, to move us, and to remind us of our shared humanity knows no bounds.